show where we take a whole stack of information, really sift through it all, and pull out the absolute juiciest, most crucial nuggets of knowledge just for you.
That's the goal.
Today, we're tackling a massive misconception, one that I think holds so many incredible business owners back. It's the idea that artificial intelligence, AI, is some futuristic, complicated beast reserved only for Silicon Valley giants or, genius coders.
Right. The barrier seems huge.
Yeah, it's a perception that can feel incredibly overwhelming.
Yeah.
Almost like looking at a complex engine and thinking you need to build it from scratch just to drive the car,
Exactly. That image of AI, it often brings up these visions of, complex lines of code, maybe vast server farms, or even those sentient robots straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Totally.
And it's this mental barrier, this feeling of inaccessibility that really stops so many entrepreneurs from even exploring what it could do for their own operations.
But that's not the reality anymore, is it?
No, not at all. And that's what we're here to talk about. AI has actually gone through this quiet but really profound revolution, one that has democratize these powerful tools and put them directly into the hands of everyday entrepreneurs. And the key part, without needing a single line of code.
Okay, and that is precisely what this deep dive is all about. We're calling this one No Code, No Problem, using AI in your small business.
Catchy.
Right. Our mission today is simple. Cut through the jargon, demystify the tech, and give you a straightforward, really practical roadmap. We want to show you the immediate, the tangible, and most importantly, the code-free ways that AI can fundamentally transform your day-to-day operations. This isn't about becoming a programmer.
No.
It's about becoming a smarter, more efficient business owner.
Yeah, our goal is to provide you with a shortcut, essentially, a way to get truly well-informed on this crucial topic, equipping you with insights that can give your business a significant edge.
An edge, I like that.
We'll explore how current AI capabilities for small businesses, they aren't just about minor tweaks or, marginal improvements.
Oh,
It's really about gaining substantial efficiency, unlocking entirely new avenues for growth, and securing a critical competitive advantage in what's becoming a really rapidly evolving market. You're about to discover just how accessible and, frankly, powerfully transformative AI has become.
All right, let's unpack this. Let's kick things off with Section 1, the AI imperative for small businesses. Why it's no longer the future, it's today.
Sounds good.
And within that, we're starting with the shifting landscape, from sci-fi to small business savvy. So for so long, AI felt like something only for the Amazons and Googles of the world, right?
Yeah, the giants.
Or maybe some highly specialized research lab. But suddenly, it feels like it's everywhere. People are talking about it for, even the smallest local shops and service providers. What exactly changed? Why is AI suddenly so relevant for my kind of business right now?
Well, what's truly fascinating here is just how quickly AI has transitioned.
Yeah.
It went from being this theoretical, almost, fantastical concept.
Right, like in the movies.
Exactly. To a genuinely practical, everyday tool that's available to businesses of all sizes. And it's not just that the underlying tech has matured, though it certainly has.
Okay.
It's that the way it's packaged and delivered has fundamentally changed. The core benefits, the reasons why AI is so crucial for small businesses now, well, they can basically be boiled down to three powerful factors. Think of them as accelerators. It's fast, efficient, and cheap when you apply it correctly.
Fast, efficient, cheap. Okay, that sounds good for any business, but especially small ones.
Especially for resource-constrained small enterprises, these three things aren't just beneficial. They are truly transformative. They allow you to punch way above your weight.
How so? Break that down a bit. Fast, efficient, cheap.
Okay, think about it. Speed means tasks that used to take hours, maybe even days, now take minutes or seconds.
Wow.
That allows for incredible agility, rapid iteration. You can experiment with new marketing messages or product ideas, get feedback, pivot much faster than you ever could before.
Right, less waiting around.
Exactly. Efficiency means doing more with less, optimizing workflows, dramatically reducing those little errors that cost time and money. And cheap, well, in this context, it refers to the dramatically lower barrier to entry. The cost, compared to traditional software development or, the significant salaries you'd need for specialized staff, it's plummeted.
So it's not a massive upfront investment necessarily.
Right. This isn't just about saving a few bucks here and there. It's about enabling, say, a small boutique or a local service provider to offer the kind of hyper-personalized recommendations or 247 customer support that, honestly, just a few years ago, only major e-commerce players or massive call centers could even dream of affording.
Okay, that levels the playing field a bit.
That's the real shift. Speed, efficiency, and cost now empower the nimble, the small guys, not just the gargantuan corporations.
So it's not just that AI got smarter, but it got easier to use, more affordable. You mentioned the democratization of AI tools. That sounds like the real key here, doesn't it?
It really is.
It means you don't need that team of data scientists or programmers on staff to tap into this power. How did that happen so quickly, though? That feels like it exploded overnight.
Precisely. That democratization of AI tools is arguably the most significant shift we've witnessed. We've really moved away from an era where you absolutely needed specialized programming knowledge to build or even just implement AI solutions.
Okay.
Historically, right, if you wanted complex data analysis, you hired a team of data scientists. If you wanted sophisticated automation, you hired software developers. That was the only way.
Expensive.
Very. Now, AI is accessible through these incredibly user-friendly interfaces, often web-based, operating on what we call a no-code or sometimes low-code principle.
Can you give an analogy? Like, make it make sense for someone totally non-techie.
Sure. Think of it like this. Not too long ago, if you wanted a professional-looking website, you absolutely needed to know HTML and CSS, or you had to hire someone who did.
Right, I remember that struggle.
Today, you can build a stunning functional website using drag-and-drop builders, things like Squarespace or Wix. You don't touch a single line of code.
Yeah, much easier.
Or think about managing complex financial ledgers. Used to require highly specialized accounting software and a lot of training. Now, user-friendly tools like QuickBooks streamline so much of that process.
Gotcha. So AI followed that same path.
Exactly the same trajectory. Companies have developed these robust, pre-trained AI models that handle all the underlying complexity, the really hard stuff.
Okay.
And then they built these intuitive front ends, these interfaces, that allow you, the user, to customize and deploy them for your specific needs, all without writing code.
How does that work in practice? What do I actually do?
These interfaces often guide you right through the process. They'll ask you to input information, maybe select options from a menu, or provide examples of what you want. You tell it what you need in plain English, mostly.
Okay.
And the AI takes care of all the complex computational heavy lifting behind the scenes. It's this fundamental shift that means the power of AI is no longer exclusive to those with specialized technical training. It's for everyone.
That is a huge relief for so many small business owners listening right now. Because if you're anything like me, your plate is already overflowing.
Absolutely.
Which leads us perfectly into our next point here. Offloading the overload. AI as your 24/7 assistant.
A very appealing idea.
Isn't it? As a small business owner, you probably juggle sales, marketing, customer support, maybe inventory, bookkeeping, social media. You're doing it all, right?
Wearing all the hats.
All the hats. It's a constant grind. It often feels like there just aren't enough hours in the day or enough use to go around. I know personally the sheer volume of repetitive tasks. Sometimes it feels like trying to empty a bathtub with a teaspoon.
That's such a relatable analogy, and it's precisely where the true tangible power of AI for small businesses really comes into sharp focus.
Okay.
Research and just observation suggests the potential to offload 30–40% of your repetitive tasks to an AI assistant.
30 to 40%. That's a lot.
It's a substantial chunk of your operational workload. Imagine reclaiming that much time. Imagine having an AI assistant that works 24/7, never asks for a raise, and crucially, doesn't need coffee breaks.
Huh. Sign me up. But it's not about replacing people.
Not at all. This isn't about replacing the crucial human element of your business. That's really important. Rather, it's about enabling you, the business owner, to reclaim significant time from that mundane, repetitive administrative work.
So you can focus on the important stuff.
Exactly. It means you can redirect your precious energy from the have-tos to the want-tos, to the strategic thinking, the creative development, the deep customer connections that, honestly, only a human can foster.
Reclaiming that much time sounds like a dream, truly. What are the deeper implications of this? Because doesn't need coffee breaks definitely hits home for me.
Oh, the implications are profound. They really stretch across multiple facets of your business. Firstly, it means significantly increased operational hours.
How so?
Well, if an AI handles customer queries or lead qualification outside your regular 9 to 5, your business is effectively open and serving customers around the clock.
Ah, I see. So no missed opportunities overnight or on weekends.
Exactly. It translates to never missing a potential sale or customer inquiry. It provides consistent performance and a positive experience, regardless of time zones or your personal availability.
Okay, that's big. What else?
Secondly, there are clear cost savings compared to traditional staffing. Hiring an additional employee just to handle repetitive tasks comes with salary, benefits, training, overhead. It adds up fast.
Yeah, it really does.
An AI tool, often subscription-based, offers a predictable and significantly lower cost structure for performing these specific tasks. It delivers immense value for a fraction of the traditional cost.
Can you give some examples? Like what kind of repetitive tasks are we talking about here?
Oh, absolutely. Consider a local salon. They might spend hours on the phone booking appointments or just answering basic questions about services and pricing.
Mm-hmm. Happens all the time.
Or maybe a plumbing company, constantly fielding calls about emergency services or giving out basic quotes. A freelance graphic designer might spend significant time just on initial client intake forms or sending out standard welcome emails.
Okay, yeah, I see the pattern. The same questions, the same processes over and over.
Exactly. An e-commerce shop owner could be manually updating inventory numbers or responding to the same shipping questions day in, day out. All of these are highly repetitive.
So how does AI step in?
Well, imagine offloading just a few of these. For the salon, maybe a chatbot handles all appointment booking and common FAQs. That frees up the receptionist to focus on the in-person client experience, or maybe suggesting product upsells.
Right, more value-added work.
For the plumber, an AI could pre-qualify emergency calls, gathering essential details like location and the nature of the problem before connecting to a human. Saves everyone time.
Smart.
The freelance designer could have an AI automatically send follow-up emails after a project or categorize initial client inquiries based on their needs. Even basic bookkeeping entries for a sole proprietor, like categorizing expenses from bank feeds or generating simple profit and loss reports, can be greatly streamlined.
It's starting to sound less like sci-fi and more like practical help.
That's exactly it. Offloading even one or two of these seemingly small tasks can dramatically reduce the daily grind. It allows the business owner to focus on providing their core service, innovating, or simply having more personal time, which is also valuable.
Yeah.
That 30–40% figure isn't just theoretical. It represents real hours, real energy, and real strategic capacity returned directly to you.
That's incredibly powerful. It starts to make that 30–40% figure feel very real when you think about how many hours slip away on those seemingly small but constant interactions every single day. That's fantastic. Now, that brings us neatly to Section 2, decoding no-code AI, practical applications for immediate impact.
All right, let's get practical.
This is where we get into the nitty-gritty, showing you exactly how these tools work and what they can do for your business right now, today. Let's start with the big one. Revolutionizing customer support with chatbots.
A classic starting point.
Yeah. Imagine a tireless customer service agent working for you 24/7. But wait, my first thought is, will it just sound like a robot? That's a common concern I hear a lot.
That's a very valid concern, absolutely. But the technology has advanced significantly beyond those really simple, clunky canned responses we used to see.
Okay, good.
This is truly one of the most accessible and immediately impactful applications of no-code AI for small businesses. Tools like Tidio or MiniChat or Chatbase. These allow you to create AI-powered chatbots for your website, your Facebook Messenger, even Instagram DMs now.
And the no-code part, is it really that easy?
It's genuinely remarkable. The no-code aspect here often means it's literally drag, drop, type, done. These platforms offer these intuitive visual builders where you can map out conversation flows like a flowchart.
Okay.
You can pre-program answers to frequently asked questions, and you can train the AI on how to respond based on your specific business info. You don't need to understand complex algorithms or programming languages.
So I just tell it what to say.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You configure the dialogue based on your business needs. Often you can just feed it your existing FAQ page or website content, and it learns from that.
Okay, that sounds manageable. And what can these chatbots actually do besides just answering simple questions? How sophisticated can they get without me needing to write code?
They can do quite a lot, actually. First and foremost, yes, they excel at answering those common questions, which, as we just discussed, consumes a huge amount of a small business owner's time.
Definitely. Hours, prices, location.
Exactly. Queries about business hours, service lists, pricing tiers, return policies, directions to your physical location. For a local bakery, it could be answering, do you have gluten-free options? Or what are your holiday hours?
Right.
For a plumbing service, it might confirm emergency availability or explain standard service call fees. The chatbot provides instant, accurate responses 24/7. This prevents customers from needing to call or email, which reduces your inbound call volumes significantly.
Okay, handling FAQs is huge. What else?
Beyond that, many sophisticated no-code chatbots can actually take orders for simple products or services.
Really, like process a transaction?
Sometimes, yes, or at least initiate it. Imagine a bakery chatbot taking pre-orders for specific cake flavors or a dozen cupcakes for pickup later. Or maybe a local fitness studio allowing customers to sign up for a trial class directly through the chat interface. It automates that initial transaction, freeing up your staff for other things.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
What about leads? Can they help with sales?
Crucially, yes. They can also qualify leads. What qualifying leads means in practical terms for a small business is basically pre-screening potential customers,
Okay.
making sure they meet certain criteria before you invest your valuable time in a direct conversation.
Give me an example.
Okay, so a chatbot for, say, a web design agency could ask a website visitor about their budget range, their desired timeline, the scope of their project, basic qualifying questions.
Right.
If the visitor's responses indicate they're a potentially good fit, the chatbot then collects their contact information and maybe even schedules a call directly onto your calendar.
Wow. Okay.
But if they're not a good fit, maybe their budget is way too low or they need a service you don't actually offer, the chatbot can politely direct them to resources better suited to their needs or suggest a different package you offer.
So it filters out the time wasters, essentially.
Exactly. This not only frees up your time from unqualified prospects, but also ensures that when you do engage directly, it's with a more informed and likely serious potential client. It significantly enhances the customer experience through immediate assistance while streamlining your own lead management process. It's like having a virtual receptionist that never sleeps and is always perfectly polite.
That's powerful. It's like having a tireless, intelligent front desk. Okay, next up, something many business owners I know struggle with: content creation.
Ah, yes, the blank page.
Right. Need a blog post, an Instagram caption, a product description, maybe even ad copy, but you're constantly short on time or budget for a dedicated writer. AI is stepping in here to be your content co-pilot.
This is a genuine game changer, especially for maintaining a consistent and engaging online presence, which is so important now.
Tell me about the tools.
Well, tools like ChatGPT, which is the large language model many people are now familiar with.
Yeah, everyone's heard of that one.
Right. Along with more specialized AI writing platforms like Copy.ai or Jasper, they've really revolutionized content generation. The process is incredibly straightforward.
How straightforward?
You simply describe what you want. You provide a few keywords or parameters, and, well, boom, it's written. Or at least a first draft is.
Give me an example prompt.
You might say, write a blog post about the benefits of organic pet food for small dogs, focusing on energy levels and coat health with a friendly, informative tone.
Okay.
Or, give me 10 Instagram captions for a new line of handmade jewelry, highlighting their unique craftsmanship and ethical sourcing using emojis. The AI then generates drafts, often in just seconds.
So it really can eliminate the need to, like, hire writers or spend hours wasted trying to draft things yourself. I know the agony of writer's block all too well.
Absolutely. Think of the hours small business owners spend agonizing over that perfect headline, or trying to craft engaging social media posts day after day, or writing unique product descriptions for every single item in their online store.
Ugh, product descriptions.
Yeah. These tools virtually eliminate that bottleneck, and the versatility is incredible. AI can generate blog posts, articles, social media updates, ad copy, email newsletters, product descriptions, video scripts, even internal communications or press releases.
Wow.
It can even help with creative brainstorming for new services or campaign ideas. And the speed is just unparalleled. What might take a human writer an hour, an AI can often produce in minutes, sometimes seconds.
But is the quality any good? Does it sound natural?
That's where a key concept comes in. We don't need to use the jargon, but it's often called prompt engineering.
Okay, what's that mean in plain English?
It simply means that the quality of the output you get from the AI depends heavily on the clarity and specificity of the instructions you give it.
Garbage in, garbage out, kind of.
Exactly. Think of it like giving directions to a new employee. If you're vague and just say, go get me something from the store, who knows what you'll get back?
Right. Could be anything.
But if you're specific and clear, please pick up organic whole wheat bread from the bakery section and also a large carton of unsweetened almond milk from the dairy aisle. They know exactly what you need and can deliver.
Okay.
AI works the same way. The clearer and more detailed your instructions, your prompt, the better it can understand and deliver exactly what you're looking for. It's almost like it's reading your mind, anticipating your needs, but only if you tell it what those needs are.
That makes perfect sense. The better you tell the AI what you want, the better it performs. So how does this strategically empower small businesses? Because maintaining that consistent online presence often feels impossible without a dedicated content team.
It's an immense strategic advantage. Many small businesses, understandably, struggle with the sheer volume of content needed to stay relevant across all the different platforms. You've got your blog, Facebook, Instagram, maybe LinkedIn, email newsletters, maybe even TikTok now.
It's exhausting just listing them.
Right. Without AI, this often means inconsistent posting, maybe stale content that hasn't been updated, or having to choose which platforms to prioritize because you just don't have the resources for all of them.
Yeah, that's common.
With AI, a small business can rapidly generate fresh, relevant content for diverse platforms or campaigns, often simultaneously. This means they can maintain a strong, consistent online presence, engage their audience more regularly, and participate in more marketing initiatives than would ever be possible manually or with a limited budget for human writers.
So it really does level the playing field.
Significantly, it allows even the smallest local shop to compete with much larger brands in terms of their digital footprint and consistent customer engagement. It frees you up to tell your brand's story effectively without the constant draining grind of writing every single word yourself.
That's truly empowering. And speaking of consistent online presence, let's talk social media. It feels like a necessary evil for many small businesses, often like another full-time job.
It really can feel that way.
So our next point is automating social media management with AI. You framed it as, it's like having a social media manager at a fraction of the cost. Tell me more.
Social media management, while absolutely crucial for engagement and brand building today, is incredibly time-consuming. You have to brainstorm ideas, create visuals or videos, write compelling captions, schedule posts at the right times, monitor performance, respond to comments.
Across multiple platforms.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, X, maybe Pinterest. It's a lot. This is where AI tools like Okoya, Predis.ai, and Lately step in.
Okay.
These platforms are specifically designed to help you generate and schedule content based on your specific brand voice. They dramatically simplify the process and help ensure your presence is both consistent and authentic.
Okay, the brand voice part is interesting. How exactly does the AI know my brand voice? That sounds pretty sophisticated. Does it just guess, or is there a way to teach it?
That's a great question. And no, it doesn't just guess. It's actually quite fascinating how these tools work. When we say based on your brand voice, it implies that the AI can learn and adapt to a specific tone, style, and messaging that's unique to your business.
How do you teach it?
You typically train it. You might feed it examples of your existing social media posts that you really like, maybe some website copy, or even specific brand guidelines you've written down.
Okay.
The AI analyzes all the vocabulary you use, the sentence structure, the emotional tone. Is it formal, casual, witty, inspiring, playful, recurring themes or phrases? And it learns to mimic your established voice.
So it sounds like me, not like a robot.
That's the goal. So when it generates new content suggestions, it won't just produce generic text. It should sound like your brand. This creates consistency across all your social channels, reinforcing your brand identity with every post. Doesn't matter if you're a whimsical artisan selling handmade goods or an authoritative consultant offering expert advice.
That consistency is key. What about scheduling?
Right. The benefits of automated scheduling are equally significant. AI can analyze past engagement data from your specific followers to recommend the optimal times to post for your audience.
So it knows when my customers are actually online and paying attention.
Exactly. It's like having a dedicated analyst watching every single customer, learning their habits, and then pinpointing the exact moment they're most likely to see and engage with your message. This ensures your content reaches the most people when they are most likely to interact, which can significantly boost visibility and engagement.
That's way better than just guessing or posting whenever I have a spare minute.
Way better. This consistency also helps build audience expectation and loyalty. And compared to hiring a full-time social media professional who, let's face it, might command a significant salary.
Yeah, that's often out of reach.
The subscription cost of these AI tools is incredibly cost-effective. Think about a small independent artist. This means they can focus on creating their art while the AI handles scheduling daily posts, showcasing new creations, maybe behind-the-scenes glimpses or upcoming exhibition details.
Okay. Or a local restaurant could use it to effortlessly promote daily specials, happy hour events, or new menu items across Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, ensuring their audience is always up to date without taking manual effort from staff who should be focusing on the dining experience itself.
That's a massive load off for anyone trying to manage their online presence themselves. Knowing your posts are going out at the right time in your voice without you constantly having to monitor it, that really is a game changer.
It frees up so much mental energy, too.
Totally. Okay, moving on to another cornerstone of digital marketing, enhancing email marketing campaigns with AI. Email marketing is still so vital for nurturing leads and building those customer relationships, and you're saying AI can make it far more effective.
Absolutely. Despite all the buzz about social media, email marketing remains one of the most powerful and cost-effective tools for driving repeat business and building deep customer loyalty.
Yeah, I still rely on my email list heavily, as you should. And AI-powered